Hi, and welcome to another edition of CMS Forex News. I'm Christina Robinson, and today is Thursday, January 21st, 2008. Producer inflation was driven higher by import price, which was a result of higher commodity prices. The Swiss National Bank is looking at higher consumer and producer inflationary pressure, while expectations for economic growth are now turning more pessimistic. Currently, Switzerland's key interest rate is 2.75%. A second Swiss release showed a trade surplus of 1.22 billion francs for January. The result was wider than expectations and brings the surplus back up from its lower reading in the previous month. Exports to Asian markets are helping offset the weakness from the Eurozone. In the UK, retail sales doubled forecast and rose by 0.8% in January. The annual rate increased to 5.6%. January's sales mitigated the fall in December and shows that consumers in the UK are spending even as economic fundamentals weaken. The news boosted the pound during the European session. The pound-dollar pair had a strong day following the strong UK retail data and weak data out of the US. By 1 p.m. New York time, the pair had climbed more than 200 pips from its open. Looking at the week, we see that today's rally has brought the pair up to test Monday's high. If the pair continues climbing, the next resistance level would be last Friday's high above 1.97. Turning to the U.S., the number of Americans filing for initial jobless claims stayed at a rather elevated level near 350,000. The number of Americans continuing to claim benefits rose to 2.784 million, the highest level since October 2005. Headlines are projecting slower employment and higher inflation on top of an economic contraction. The Philly Fed Index deteriorated further in February, declining to negative 24 from the previous negative 21. This surprised economists who expected a slower rate of contraction. The leading index, which measures the general outlook for the economy, declined in January by 0.1%. The dollar-yen pair, which had been trading at resistance prior to the New York Open, fell following the U.S. releases. The greenback fell 80 pips against the yen in reaction to the Philly Fed Index numbers. The pair found support near 107.20, which is the bottom of the pair's recent range. A rally of U.S. stocks stalled in reverse by 2 p.m. New York time, dragging the pair down further. The euro-dollar pair had also come up against resistance near 1.4750 prior to the manufacturing report. Following its release, the euro rose around 100 pips to set a high near 1.4840. The pair has climbed almost 200 pips since yesterday's low. The pair has been in an uptrend since February 7th following the last ECB meeting, which touted the risks of inflation to the economy. The past 2 weeks has seen the euro climb 330 pips, recovering its losses from earlier in the month. Overnight, the Eurozone will unveil preliminary releases of manufacturing and services PMI, along with industrial new orders. Canada finishes off the week with its retail sales. And that's it for today's news. Join us again tomorrow right here at CMSFX.com.